That's the signature. It's not like this. That's why you're here. Otherwise,
that's fine.
Otherwise, it's like I said, it's most of laboratory here. 95% in the world, they're using the shake hand. They don't know what they're doing. They take a picture. They make 2 cook. That's it. Everybody wants this beautiful cosmetic restoration, especially anterior 6 crowns. How can you judge it? How can you find it? What is your expectations? I do have a 31 year experience about dental laboratory. I'm the ceramist. I'm not a dentist. So I made so many crowns, probably million. Okay, so we call the signature cases. You know the signature meaning case? It's the same cook, but it's totally different cook, just like signature. Just like make really good, taste is good, and smells is right, everything's really good. So that's why we would like to make it. So exactly duplicate it, just like custom cook. So here is the guidance regarding 6-unit cosmetic restorations, right? I know that people want to say, hey look, can you make the beautiful anterior cosmetic for me? Okay, so the best way, number one, I would like to see the patient, or you can send me the full documentation, patient face, teeth, side, picture, retract it, take a picture, smile, rest position. Also the problem and concern, you can write it down with long distance connection. This case she's really fortunate because I don't see much patient except Dr. Joe Cruz. So some of the cases I just accepted because I want to do right. I do not have any much time. Excuse me. Sorry, I do not have any much time. I know kindness is ridiculous, right? Not many lab technicians like me, but I would like to say I'm deserve it. I earn it. Okay, 31 year experience. Sometimes I interview the dentist too, okay? So dentists sometimes they freaked out, right? So dentist thinks that they call the look and they would like send the case. And no. I'm not appreciated. Sometimes I see their work, sometimes I talk, sometimes I just interview both together in order to make the best, highest quality work. That's me, okay? So that's why I made a lot of YouTube video channels. So we're trying to explain them regarding the dental laboratory, how can we make the better life, right? It doesn't matter. I'm a best, I'm a bad, it doesn't matter. You saw my all over 500 video, right? Some of them really good, some of them okay, some of them, yeah, got it, I understand. But my main job is ceramist, okay? My main job is ceramist, okay? So today, just like the address, how can I make the beautiful restoration? Information, number one. Information meaning patient photo, we're greeting together, so I can see his face, I can see when he's smiling, I can see his grinding, I can see anything possible, so I can write it down. Possibility, I have to make it. Number two, the color. Full mouth cases, usually fine, right? So top and bottom, bright color, that's it. But I'm talking about the only 6 unit, okay? Here is the fake teeth, I saw that. Here's the fake teeth, he liked that fake teeth. Here's the natural teeth. Now, natural teeth, the fake teeth, it's almost impossible to match it, especially material selection. So what I'm trying to do with these cases, doctor and I want to do is the fluorescency, high fluorescency light. There's a 2 way you can do fluorescency. You know the fluorescency meaning? When you go to nightclub, even though I made 2 crown, whenever nightclub is all different color, you can notify 2 teeth stands out right away. They mean the fluorescence is bad, okay? So how can you make the fluorescence good? Either you can make the only porcelain build, we call Finalizing technique, okay? Or lithium dislocate, you could make that one. You saw my video with more bleaching ingot. But unfortunately, is none of the things, zirconia is more worse. Everybody says zirconia is really horrible, absolutely ugly with a fluorescent light. What I'm talking about, daylight should be okay. But whenever we're going to the nightclub, you're going to see directly. But this gentleman is not going to go to nightclub. I told him, are you going to nightclub or what? He's not going to, okay, fine. Here is I address is honesty. Porcelain I can do, but from his bite is really heavy. I don't recommend it. Even though bonding strength, the full coverage porcelain is weaker. Over 2 millimeter, getting weaker, so we can get a more failure. So I don't want to see this problem. I really care about longevity. So feldspathic is out. Number 2, the lithium dislocate we just test with the GC initial testing is all same. Emax is same, diamond fluorescent same. Whenever you see this, is bleaching ingot is much better. Here's another issue. He has these lower teeth, is most likely, in a mature color teeth, is more color tone. Okay, we call age. We're getting old, right? He's 64, I think 64 years gentleman. So I cannot make the bleaching white, just like white. So this case is not going to work. So we will going to, you saw my video here, you're going to see the little bit more darker ingot, which is A1, that's not bad. So he will get pretty good fluorescency. It's not horrible fluorescency. So we're going to get rid of the zirconia, so make the regular lithium dislocate, lithium, and then make the A1 ingot full contour for linger, so we contact together. And then facially we add with a little layering, and then I put the recipe. You saw those my video too. So that's why you can get the cosmetic restoration from the face, midline, size of the tooth, incisor silhouette, long axis. When they're smiling, they looks. I don't want to make these teeth and these teeth is two differences. I know he indicated I like this, so match this, but it did not match this. So that's the issue. So I'm trying to matching with a little brighter than lower teeth. That's my goal. That's why I fabricated. So whenever you're considering about the cosmetic case, number 1, how many teeth do you need? So which tooth do you have to nominate it? Okay, you have to nominate it. Do not say that, here's a magazine, tear down, match like this, and totally different. You have to see exactly what you're looking for. Hopefully I made so many cosmetic videos in the past, so please take a look at it. So you can get some kind of the multicolor color graduations instead of the regular. We're using I call it dome shade tab, right? So over 50 years, we're using dome shade tab. So dentists using dome shade tab. So I have it. So I cook. So whenever they got, so they ate dumb cook. I don't want that, right? So that's the key. Anyway, I can talk about whole day about the coloring. I can share with you about 2-3 days regarding coloring. I can cook about all this kind of thing. But we're going to do how I build up the carefully on this studio in the future. So stay tuned and all this your support. That's why I really thank you. And enjoy the video. If there are any question, please write it down. Don't forget subscribe. Appreciate. Thank you very much. This is a fluorescence test.
Now, where's your overlay porcelains for this?
I will show you later. So let's go. This is a fluorescent. Nice. Let's see it here. No. Okay. This is a.
That is somewhat fluorescence, but in the yellow range.
Correct. So.
Right?
More.
Still fluorescent, but if you want a more soft yellow, very
now
diluted.
Here is more.
That's dark.
Dark.
That's dark. If you get shades probably the posterior is like this, right?
Onlay, inlay.
Could you do onlay and inlay here?
Sure.
Fluorescence. Where's the other one? Almost, but with a little bit of gray, of yellow into it. So these are the three that have fluorescent agents within the ingots.
I would like to ask regarding the 6 anteriors we were going to fabricate it. And then Dr. Crusoe keep talking about the fluorescent. And then whenever I look at these teeth, his lower teeth is very natural. Very natural. Here's fake restoration here. So now we're going to change this. So what do you want me to match to the lower teeth? What do you think, Jim? I'm just asking you.
Dr. Crusoe, these teeth that he did look very nice to me.
Okay.
This one looks a little too light.
I see.
This one looks very natural.
I see. So
Okay.
which is to be talking about the value.
So, yeah, I think that he's done these. He likes the color of these.
Yes.
And he talked about fluorescence. And he said that's the difference between making it look plasticky or not plasticky. So I'm going to depend on what your judgment is, his judgment. He was supposed to be here to tell you what he wanted done, but
That's good. So, whenever I see this, is a low value. It's a value meaning the light little transmitted or reflection or absorption. So this is a medium value, and then this is a high value. Okay, so high value which is doesn't like, which is I totally understand that. Whenever slightly open up. So this is natural teeth. Chin up. Thank you. This one is my focus. It's lighter. And then other things I noticed that he is grinding everything. So we're talking about fluorescence. If I do the porcelain jacket, I don't recommend it. It's a high fluorescence, but he's not going to go to a nightclub. So
No.
porcelain jacket is not going to work. It will pretty with the UV light, but compared to his grinding here, there, so I recommend probably the LC or full contact point to the occlusion. You see the grinded, everything. Anyway, so I like this color compared to matching this. And also, incisor 1/3 component is pretty simple, but slightly open up. Here is the more complicated, which is God created. That's why I like it.
okay, Luke, so part of this is I depend on your professional's opinion. Same with Dr. Crusoe. He hasn't asked me once which color I teeth like. No. I always say, Dr. Crusoe, whatever you think, that's what we're going with. So same thing with you, Luke. So whatever you and Dr. Crusoe agree with is fine with me.
Well, he sent me this, so usually what I do.
The front 6 teeth he just did, these are all temporary.
Yeah, they're all temporary.
So they're no.
Like
Yeah.
that. So chin up, high. Yep. So whenever I do this, this is the key point. So I choose the lightest one, and then maybe slightly light compared to this, and then I make the more duplicated enamel high, which is a lot of component down there. So that's my judgment. Okay, so not only that, bite. Thank you. Then I'm going to ask him, which teeth shape contour do you like for temporary?
Which what? The contour? What do you mean
Shape.
contour?
Shape.
Which tooth?
Yeah, to shape. You like this shape? You like this shape?
I didn't know there were differences. I just thought they were temporary. It just didn't make a
got it,
difference.
got it.
He was doing things. He said he was doing things so he would see how they looked, and he would go with whatever he liked to do. I think the 2 front teeth look too prominent.
Okay, nice.
So one of the problems I had was that the teeth I had were too long in front. That's why I was doing it. So I like them more
Shoulder.
straight across,
Got it.
like this. But I think if I looked at these teeth, like this one looks a little long, that looks like an angle.
Perfect.
Okay, this one is okay. It also looks short compared, but
Yeah, this is long, this is longer, this is good. I think that was a good point. How's that?
that still looks like the two front teeth are too prominent.
Got it.
I don't want them looking like, because that was the problem.
Prominent.
Too prominent, they're too low and too big.
Gotcha.
And then he also narrowed them because my teeth were wider, and he narrowed them down.
This is better?
Excuse me. I still notice the two front teeth more than anything. Do you see how they're very noticeable? I don't want them to be so
Got
noticeable.
it. Well, that's good information. So, same thing.
Those look wide.
Wide. Okay. What about this?
That looks really bad. That looks like the ones I had. No, not the ones I had. They were not my natural teeth. But when Dr. noticed, we've known each other for 20 years, so he put them in, and they were too long, too big, and I was going to go in, never did. And one thing, how about this other one here? That one.
Okay. This is, I think, too small.
Too small?
Well, I got that because you're 8 and 9, you don't want a prominent, you don't want a
Right.
long. I got that good information. But usually central teeth is a little bigger than the other, lateral and canine too. So we're talking about golden proportions. 8 and 9, which is trying to make symmetry, like you say, even,
Right.
and the width probably trying to make the same. So I would say this is 100%, and this one 60 or 70%, which is golden proportion. That's the cosmetic 101.
I wish Linda were here. I can't tell. I really am not good at this.
Yeah.
See, I'm looking at this. I'm like, now I'm getting too many choices.
Too many choices. Okay. So
Too many choices. I'm gonna let you decide, and then if they're, this is how I do things.
So,
I'll let you decide. If I don't like them, I'll say, Dr. Crusoe, I'll pay them, redo them. Honest to God, I don't treat it like you did something wrong.
Okay.
I'll treat it like, this is what we went with. And Dr. Crusoe knows me. He knows I'll do this.
Nice.
Like my tooth back here chipped because I had it fall.
Okay.
Yeah,
So temporary is good information. I like this. Do you agree?
Which one?
This teeth.
That one for what? Size?
Length.
That looks all right.
Okay. So this is too large, then too long. So I'm going to mimic just like that. 8 and 9.
See, here's the problem I have, Logan. Look at this. This looks proportional to these, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this looks proportional to these, sort of.
Correct.
Okay. And then it's hard for
So
me
you're
to.
talking about symmetry.
Right. It's hard for me to figure out if this looks good with these teeth. That's. Do you follow me?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for me to look at and say, are these in proportion to? So, because this almost looks too small, but it might
Too
not
small,
be.
too width. You're talking about?
Too lengthwise. The width, I'm not focused at all on the width. I'm focused on the
Okay.
length.
Because this is too wide to me.
It is.
This one.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. See, that's where your skill is.
Right. So central
Okay.
is always a little bigger than lateral, canine,
Okay.
because alignment.
Right. So I'll trust you.
Yeah, alignment.
Okay? So you do what you think looks good.
because I saw the your shape,
Okay.
which is your generic.
Uh-huh.
So that relate with the form actually. So
Okay.
whenever I see that you are 20 years old,
Uh-huh.
probably that kind of direction.
Okay.
We will be a little zigzagging, which is natural.
Okay.
But now is we have to make kind of a unique symmetry, architecture, form.
Okay.
So I have to make the one decided, then I can make the same architecture form.
Around the other.
Then
Okay.
you're not off,
Right.
right? Otherwise, I don't want to make the zigzagging here, there, that you're going to say, I don't like this, I like this, like that.
Okay.
So we have to go back to the symmetry, and then we're talking about the midline,
Okay.
we're talking about long axis,
Okay.
we're talking about alignment. When you're smiling,
Okay.
I see the 40 to 60% is showing. So that's the way to determine the length.
Okay.
I already saw that when you're smiling.
Because I smile.
So those kind of things, and not only that, so I saw that your movement to lower teeth move more forward facially, just like protrusion,
Okay.
like this.
Uh-huh.
So that one determine the inside edge position as well.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Yeah. So what I said,
Oh.
I really like this, like it's compared
Okay.
to what you
Okay.
said. I don't like this too wide and
Okay.
too long. So this is my basically I
Okay.
matching exactly.
Okay.
And then with the Jason teeth, it's just like duplicated.
Okay.
And then this one too long, this is too large. I like the side where you step down, which is good. Whenever you move it, so lateral is not hitting
Okay.
because your root,
Uh-huh.
God created roots very small.
Okay.
So if I make the fake teeth, whenever you move to the fake teeth, the inside the edge tip, easily cracking.
Okay.
So we call lateral excursion.
Okay.
So we slightly move it, slightly open it.
Okay.
And so which is little step downs, I'm going to make step down, same thing. Like you said, this is long, this is short. I like this, maybe slightly open here. And then I match the here. So canine, I need a good solid occlusion contact because canine root is really humongous, just like animal, so which is great.
Okay.
So canine will protect it. And also slightly open, more open here, more open there. Then I can give you the little bit more better, natural looking.
Okay.
We call incisor silhouette. Make sense?
I don't know. You say so.
Yeah, so well, that's why you're here. That's why I evaluate it. Otherwise, whenever they send me the photo is good, but I don't see what I'm supposed to see.
Dr. Crusoe, the only reason he goes, Jim, I want you to go see Luke. He said he knows what he's doing. And he said he'll do the color matching. He says, I want you have a special, my problem, I've had a lot of falls, a lot of hits to the head. My head has been crushed up here. It's flat, it's not round. Okay, so my jaw. So he feels crushed.
Oh.
I've had some skiing accidents. I've fallen down a mountain. They thought I was dead.
You retire
Okay,
early.
I fell out of a tree. So yeah, well, everybody has things going wrong with them, but because of that, my jaw is not like it'll lock on me. It'll go
I say, okay.
big time. Okay, I like that. And so Dr. Crusoe says my occlusion, or what is it? It's a work in occlusion or something.
Okay.
You can talk to him about what he says.
So basically, can you see the color?
Oh,
So this is I made a custom color. So would like to show them a little lighter than this.
again with colors, he was talking about fluorescence and things. I'll go with your judgment.
Well, let's go to the color matching first in daytime, daylight.
Okay.
I'm not really worried about the nightclub thing.
No, I'm not. I don't go out to. I'm
So you're not-
62.
you're not
I don't go
going
out. I don't go anywhere anymore.
So you're not going to notice it
I don't go
regarding
dancing,
the
yeah.
fluorescence light
Right.
at all, besides nightclub.
Okay. Oh,
So what I trying to match with, like I said, if I do fluorescence light, just like Dr. Crusoe said, I have to do porcelain only. But I don't recommend your cases.
Okay.
Because your case is too strong to bite.
okay.
I don't want a fracture.
Okay.
I don't want a porcelain fracture, so I don't want to, that was
You know
out.
that's out. Okay.
That's out. So either I have to make zirconia is really bad fluorescence.
I have no idea what you're talking about,
Right.
so I'll go with what you want, Luke.
So what do you think about this color? Jim, I'm asking you. Slightly open up, slightly
Okay.
open
What do you think of it? It looks gray.
You like that?
It looks gray. It looks
Gray?
gray. It looks gray.
All right.
Like
so
it's dead.
Oh, I see. Whenever I see it, this is pre-matching.
Now that looks like it's like this one looks like it matches.
Yes.
Okay.
But this is
so
not like that.
so when it's in front, it looks a little dark. But
Oh, look, okay.
now you
How about this?
similar type problem. Okay, here's my issue. When I get my hair cut, Luke, I go to the girl who cuts my hair, used to, and I say, you do what you think looks nice because you see me. I don't look in the mirror all day. You see me. You see this is fluorescent light you have. You know what to look for and what not to look for. You know what the difference is between this when it's in sunshine and when it's not. You know. I don't. So I'm going to
Is
say
it too light for you?
that looks very white, yes.
Right. Okay. How about this?
It still looks like if it was in my mouth with the rest of the teeth,
No,
it wouldn't
this
match. See
This one's matching here.
that? Okay. If that's in front, will
Yes.
it match the side? Will it
Yes.
match? Okay, then I'll go with what. If you think that's the best one, go with the best one.
Okay, I like that. This one too.
You like that one?
The
That's
other
one.
one's too
Go.
light. So slightly open up. Okay, so what I'm going to change about instead of the translucency, and then make a little bit more gray. Open slightly up, and then chin down a little bit. No, chin up. Oh, thank you. So I'm going to utilize a little bit more different color method here instead of this. Now I'm going to take the photo and then going to use my judgments. My normal judgment is the experience with the patient, and then talking with their character. Usually don't talk, but Jim's a very smart guy. So he's a very sharp guy. So whatever I do to see the patient's mouth and tooth movement and the shaping, and especially the bitings are really concerning. And then I'm talking about the color. And then I see the colors, your top and lower teeth has the lot of enamel translucency which is God created.
Okay.
Those things I could duplicate it, which is you have to appreciate it, meaning only 5% technicians in the world they can understand what I'm talking about. So most likely technicians, they're using the regular classic shade tab. So they made a commercial cook, just like dumb, to me dumb. Doesn't matter the experience. So they made the cook, just like other teas, I'm sorry. There was, I did not make it. He doesn't like it. But I saw that there are two components. So just like your mother-in-law, just like your grandmother, they know how to make cook special recipe. So when I was young, so I eat their cook. It's so exceptional. Mm-hmm. But when you go to a restaurant, yeah, this is you get. So what I try to give to the patients is my experience. I just duplicate it, but it's lighter than you had. But I want to put a lot of component, meaning my experience skill level. You cannot see, but some people can see, which is Dr. Curso. So then we cannot lie to each other. Which when you see the picture or whatever, so we see that this is beautiful because we're professional. I can cut down the hair inside the edge position, size inside the silhouette, long axis, height of contour, color graduation. When you tooth movement and then when you see the color segment, that's like slightly variety colors over there. You're not noticeable. Don't worry. So look, we're going to put the 14 colors. What is
You do look what you think is best.
Right. So that's.
I mean, I don't expect perfection in anything.
Right.
But you do what you think is best. We'll see how it turns out, and hopefully we're both
right. So what I do, I choose the material selections regardless of fluorescence, because like I said, I care about your longevity. That's main focus. Longevity. I don't want to see you 1 year later. Hey, look at Craig. Who's going to like it? And second, I have to see that you're chewing, just like comfortable. And number 3 is aesthetic. I know most people are working over aesthetic, but aesthetic, I got that. But I just check those things, aesthetics, I can provide it. And whenever I made it, I have all documentation, and I'm ready to cook. So ready to cook, then I see the mounting, and then we put the component, and then I polish everything with cooking so many times, then I deliver it to the doctor. So that's the signature. It's not like this. That's why you're here. Otherwise,
that's fine.
Otherwise, it's like I said, it's most of laboratory here. 95% in the world, they're using the shade tab. They don't know what they're doing. They take a picture. They make 2 cook. That's it. Nowadays, they made 1 color. Oh my God! There's 1 meal from machine. They put it in there. $99. They're selling. Yes, you can get it.
I agree.
But this is difference.
I don't know.
So look at this here. Chin up high. Thank you. That one looks good, but I can make it lighter than this. Okay, now I got that. Perfect. The fluorescence, so I have to using the little bit darker ingot, which is foundation.
So some of this I'm not going to understand.
Yeah. So which means not much.
So there's
fluorescence.
no reason to explain it to me other than is there something,
Well, he's going to expect it. That's why I'm just
he's-
telling him. He's going to expect it. But hey, so Dr. Joe have to understand.
Okay.
I have to using the more higher value ingot.
Okay.
Not only higher value, more color ingot, which is the not bleaching. If I using the bleaching, he can get the fluorescent light. But I using the little darker ingot, so it's not as much as bleaching ingot. I just let him know. So that's my solution. Then we're going to make the old protected with the wax, and then we press with the lithium, which is another lithium dislicate material, and then we can play with the facial. So we're going to videotape as well too. So it's a procedure. All right.
So it's fine, yes. I'm fine. I'm fine as long as you have everything you need, and if you need more, just call and I'll come out. It's only half hour long.
Yeah.
So if you need anything else,
no, so far so good. So I got the shade. I got your character. I have all recipe here. I feel really comfortable
one of the things
to
is
now cooking. So
100% trust. So a lot of
Yeah, all the
trust.
time,
I'm old school.
Right.
I'm old school. I trust people. I'm old school.
Right, like I said,
Like the new guy.
like I said, you know, the old dental laboratory. Excuse me, I'm really arrogant, but they want to be like me, but they don't want to invest their time, what they're supposed to do. So that's why trying to let my colleague know, here's what I do. So they said, oh, I don't have any time, or doctor did not pay much. It doesn't matter. When you make it, they will pay. Meaning we're selling about our experience. That's what I'm trying to let everybody know. So I have over 100,000 YouTube subscribers.
You do a very nice job.
Okay, so this one is the final after I all conversation with my patient, which is actually Dr. Joseph Crusoe patient. And he came over here, so we discussed together regarding the opacity, regarding translucency enamels. As you saw, this is my lower teeth, and we more concentrate lower, but it's more brighter one. So we took the color here, which is M2, is too much translucency, but the value is really good. And here is what I like. But to me it's too dark, so we're going to make it brighter, just like that. Just like Upper, he mentioned it with a video like this. He liked this because this is not much component, 2 colors of a component. However, so we made the better aesthetics. It's like lifelike restorations. Okay, it's a linger, contour, and form, and then trying to see the movement from the patients. So I don't have to make all this the contact, but this one is the finals DC Cosmetic press. We fabricated all the way full contour for the linger. Okay, then we finalize it the individual high-end restoration, which is the people get from our study model. This is one by one. All right, this is the Cosmic press, which is high-end restoration from LSK 121. Thanks for watching.